Good morning, everyone, or actually good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Wilson Kimball from the Yonkers Housing Authority. I want to welcome you on this beautiful day to the Ridgeway Playground. We're very excited about this playground because it is the rose that was bloomed from the concrete. So this morning, part of my task is to recognize people. So you will be hearing from Deputy County Executive Ken Jenkins. You will be hearing from Mayor Mike Spano, Betsy Mallow from HCR. You'll be hearing from her. And we also have in attendance our City Council President, Lakeisha Collins-Bellamy. Thank you for coming. Shanae Williams, our City Council member. We also have Tasha Diaz, our City Council Majority Leader. I saw her earlier, so I know she's here. We have Simmer Brandon representing Andrea Stewart-Cousins. We have an unwanted bee, so watch out for that. We have Bart Mitchell, the TCB CEO, Margaret Herring from Chris Johnson's office. We have our board members from Mulford and MHACY, Denisa Giziaco and Joan Dearline, and we have the executive director of Groundwork Hudson Valley, who's been a partner with all of us in the past, Bridget Griswold. So good morning and welcome. Our Deputy County Executive has a busy schedule, and so without further ado, Ken Jenkins.
All right, good afternoon. It is such a privilege to be here with you all this afternoon. So certainly on behalf of County Executive George Latimer and our entire team at Westchester County, we are so proud to be here to see, as Wilson Kimball just pointed out, the playground and open space area rising up from the concrete, and to be here in partnership with the Municipal Housing Agency, our friend Yonkers Mayor Mike Spano, Lakeisha Collins-Bellamy, and the entire team, and everyone working together. This is just another example of working with our friends at the state, the partners at TCB doing their business and working, making sure everything is happening the way it should, and providing the kind of opportunities that we should have when we have development, to have open space, to make sure that we have during this Mental Health Awareness Month, the opportunities to be able to sit and play and to make sure our young people are getting the things that are necessary. So again, this is such a tremendous day, and Wilson, congratulations to you and everyone from Municipal Housing to continue this uplifting of what was Mulford Gardens, right? Cottage Gardens, right? Thank you. All right, well, Cottage Gardens, all right. It was a Gardens, thank you. Wait. And the church down the block, okay. So, but it's certainly that kind of development to make sure that we're uplifting the community and moving things forward. So again, Westchester County is always proud to be in partnership with the great city of Yonkers and under the leadership of Mike Spano, making sure that we continue things on. Thank you so much, Wilson.
Thank you. So nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Take an annual report, Ken. Take an annual report. Thank you, Ken. I just made him take an annual report. This is our second annual report that MHACY's ever put out. And we're pretty proud of it. It has a lot of our statistics. It has a lot of our residents and their accomplishments. You know, one of the things the mayor and I talked about when I came to this position was accountability and transparency. And we did it in planning when I was there, working for him as mayor, and we're doing it here at MHACY. So all of our facts, figures, everything you need to know about what we're accomplishing every day with our great team at MHACY is in this book, and they're on the table, so feel free to take them. They're also digital. And so without further ado, Mayor Mike Spano.
I really want to say thank you to Wilson Kimball, to the MHACY board, to the team that's here today. I think I speak on behalf of myself, not just as our mayor, but the council president, Lakeisha Collins-Bellamy, our majority leader, Tasha Diaz, the councilwoman, Shanae Williams, that you know, we entered into a very aggressive program. And remember this, right? When they, Joe Schillinger said, we're going to rebuild every one of our MHACY units. And we're going to enter into something that no other big city in New York has done. And it was an aggressive endeavor, because we had to do it with the partners of Westchester County, with the partners of the City of Yonkers, led by our council, New York State Empire State Development, HCR, Community Builders, M&D Bank, just to name a few. It wasn't going to happen without a lot of hard work, and we wanted to make sure that when we were having all this economic development activity going on out here across the city, and people were building these wonderful new units all across Yonkers, we wanted to make sure that, as they say, right, when the tide goes up in the harbor, all the boats go up with it. We wanted to make sure that families who've been here for generations had an opportunity to be in a new unit, a unit that had a microwave and a dishwasher, all the things we take for granted, right? A unit that had wonderful views of the Hudson River, a unit that had available parking and open space for our kids. It's not much to ask for, but we wanted to make sure that our families shared in the wonderful things that are happening in Yonkers. And so, Wilson, you and your team have made that a reality. We're almost at the full complement of rebuild, but we wouldn't be this far if it wasn't for you and the efforts that have taken place. So, like I said, on behalf of myself and the members, all of us, and I know Lakeisha will tell you a lot about this place that I can't tell you, but it makes me feel good to see that we're doing the right thing by Yonkers and the residents who have been here forever. Let's continue the progress, and it's nice to see everybody. Oh, thank you.
Pawning off those annual reports like there's nothing. Well, you know, as all of you know who have worked in Yonkers or anywhere else, you can't do these things alone. We could not do it without the county and George Latimer's leadership and Ken's leadership, and we could not do it without the mayor and his leadership, the city council and Lakeisha's leadership. But most of all, we could not do it without the state and their leadership. And so I welcome to the dais Betsy Malo.
Good afternoon. Oh, sorry, I'm a little shorter than everyone else. On behalf of Governor Hochul, State Housing Commissioner Ruth Ann Wisniewskis, and the entire HCR team, I'm very pleased to celebrate here with you today and to congratulate you on this incredible accomplishment. As I was saying to someone earlier, I think maybe Jesse, they knew who to send to this because I am the kid at heart on the team, and I look at that playground, and one, I think we should be doing it over there on the swings, but two, I look at that hill, and all I can think about is when the snow comes, that is going to be really, really fun. So I'm so excited that this is going to be hours and hours of fun for the kids of this community. Thank you to Mayor Spano, to Wilson Kimball, to the Majority Leader Stuart Cousins, to council members, the City of Yonkers, and of course to Jesse and his team at Community Builders for your ongoing dedication to the rebirth of Cottage Gardens and to this community. To think that this was, or down the hill, was a gas station, and now it's nearly a $57 million development that has 81 affordable apartments is really incredible. We all know how important early childhood education and socialization is, and so the icing on the cake is, of course, this wonderful play space. Coming here is going to give every child hours of adventure. It's going to build on their imaginations, and it's tailored to their individual abilities. It's going to form friendships and bonds that can do more for the community than just mere brick and mortar. This is what I really love about my job. I love that I wake up every morning and fall asleep, as many of us do, thinking not just about putting roofs over people's heads, but about nourishing communities. The development was part of the governor's housing plan, which aims to create and preserve more affordable, equitable, stable, and climate-friendly homes. By the time we end this plan, the second of 2 5-year housing plans, in 2026, we will have increased our state's affordable housing supply by creating or preserving 100,000 homes across New York, including 10,000 with supportive services. Together with our partners in Yonkers and across the state, we're creating more than just apartments. So thank you so much for letting me join today in this celebration, and look forward to many more to come. Oh, and a party favor.
Good woman. Governor Hochul's been a real leader in affordable housing, and we thank her and her administration. They are a joy to work with, and people who've been around 30 years in politics and worked in Albany can say, as I have, that that's exceptional. Okay, so another great partner. We have worked together in many capacities, but it never gets old and it never gets tired. My great friend and great partner at TCB, Jesse Battis.
So it's pretty hard to believe we stand here since 2009 when we were first engaged by the Housing Authority on this adventure. And we put together this transformation plan. One of the things we called forth in that transformation plan was more green space. And we needed something like this for children to really be able to play in. One thing we also realized is it's very hard to get, we know how to finance housing, we know how to finance certain kinds of community benefits. Finding money for parks is hard, because parks just give back in different ways. It's not all dollars and cents. And thank you to our partners at the city and at the county, really having this program and this vision and this ability to put money into these resources that don't necessarily pay back in dollars, but pay back in quality of life. So it's really been an amazing opportunity. It's an amazing partnership. I can go on and name some of our funders that are in attendance today. For example, Vic Soster from Regions Bank, Mike Brzezinski from Bank of New York, some of our pre-development lenders, Community Capital New York, earliest money, riskiest money, putting it into deals like this and putting it forward. HCR, the most important driver. M&T Bank, who sponsored a grant for us from M&T Bank. I can keep going, and I'm afraid I'm going to miss people that are critical, so I'll just end off on the Housing Authority, a great partner and a great partnership. So thank you very much, Wilson. And we do have a couple of residents here in attendance. We'd like to just say a few words. I don't know if Mr. Moore or Ms. Couch were here. If you come on up. Could you just say a few words? Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
No problem. Good afternoon. First, I would like to give thanks to God, because if it wasn't for Him, none of us would be here with the God grace of a brand new building, with everything spanking brand new. I never had an apartment with everything brand new, but I thank God. And I thank Ms. Wilson Kimball for allowing me to participate in the Section 8 program that got me in here. I also look forward to enjoying the park with my 10-year-old and my 2 grands that come every day, with my other little nephew that's here now, waiting eagerly to get over there and play. But yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all the constituents that helped in developing this. I appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I would just like to say we moved to New York in 1961. So I actually lived in Mulford Gardens first. And then we ventured out a little further, but then I had applied for this place, and everything seemed to work out nicely. I really appreciate the apartment that I received. I'm glad that I'm still of age to enjoy it. And I also thank God that they have a park for the kids. I work for the White Plains School District, and we just recently finished a park up there in the school for the kids to come by in the neighborhood. And it makes a big difference, because when you have children, you have life to grow around. And as you get older, you can feed from the children. And believe it or not, when you get older, sometimes the children will come and help you. So you won't be overlooked. But I would like to say again, and thank the people in the office, Miss Tiffany, that's spelled with an I, that she told me in the beginning, and all of my friends. I thank you, thank you, thank you.
And thank you again.
And now you know why I might have the best job in the city. Sorry, Mayor. Anyway, I'm now welcoming anybody up to cut the ribbon. 3,